Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to week 2 of training for the Barcelona marathon. Today is Wednesday and I'm out on my lunch break once again, just like last week, getting the miles in where I can. But this is not the first run of the week, so let's go back and get this week started on Monday. Well, the weather is terrible, so I'm going to make this quick. I'm at the end of Birdcage Walk and I'm here for a workout. 6 by 800 meters followed by 6 by 200 meters. So the goal is to run the 800 meter reps and then pick up the pace for the 200 meter reps to finish off a little bit quicker. It's Tuesday lunchtime and I don't have loads of time, so we're just going to get this one started. All right, here we go. First 800 meter rep starting now. Let's go. So there we are, 6 by 800 meter reps done. That was brutal. Pace was nowhere near, but this is not a perfect 800 meter workout spot. Dodging tourists with weather like this, dodging puddles and traffic. So yeah, I'll take what I can get. I was definitely working hard. That's the main thing. Now, gonna finish this up with 6 by 200 meter reps. I don't have loads of time, so we're just gonna get this done. There we go, workout done. 6 by 800 straight into 6 by 200, and that was really tough. Pretty sure the paces were absolutely nowhere near, but in conditions like this, I'm just happy to be able to get a workout in during my lunch break and tick one off for the week. And yeah, I was definitely working hard, like I said, halfway, and that's the main thing. So I've now got a couple of K cool down to finish this one up, and then we're done for Tuesday. And yeah, pleased to get one ticked off. Bad news is my feet are absolutely soaked and I got to wear these shoes in the office for the rest of the day, so not great. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow for a double easy day where hopefully the weather is a little bit better. See you then. First run of Wednesday done, and I will see you later for the second one as I'm running home from work again today. Just like last week, easy way to get the miles in when I'll be travelling home anyway. So yeah, gonna finish this one up and I'll see you later. Alright, it's now a few hours later and I'm out after work with the bag on, getting the miles in on the way home. And yeah, same as last week, the route that I'm doing is about 13k, so with the 10.5, 11k I ran earlier should get us up to 24k for the day, which is what we're aiming for. The bad news is I forgot my running hat and it's raining, so I'm definitely going to be getting rain in my eyes as this run goes on. But yeah, I don't even been stood on the train and it's a similar amount of time to run home. So yeah, getting the miles in where I can, making the most of it with just a few weeks to get the mileage up. So let's crack on, get some miles in the legs. We'll catch up a little bit further into this run. Well, there we are. We've nearly finished this run. I'm just the other side of the river from Greenwich. Got about 11.5k on the watch and we're about 2k from home. So I'm gonna finish this one up, get this run done, get today done, and then I'll catch up with you tomorrow on Thursday for a day with hopefully a workout in. If not, like last week, we'll try and get 2 easy runs in to get some distance in the legs. So I'll see you then. Alright, it's Thursday. I'm once again out on my lunch break, getting the run in. I'm out on the same loop that I ran last Thursday, heading to Hyde Park. Gonna try and make it all the way to Kensington Palace, turn around and then run back. But I've made some key upgrades to my run from yesterday. Remember the hat to keep the rain out of my eyes, and also biggest upgrade, so I brought a second pair of running shoes, so I don't have to wear my wet running shoes all afternoon. Get back in the Evo SL, and it's funny, they feel so good. The Boston 12s I picked up in the Adidas outlet at the O2, which means I got them for a pretty decent price, but they are a good shoe. When you put on the Evo SLs with all that Light Strike Pro, they just feel so much better. So yeah, so bouncy compared to the Boston 12s. And yeah, I'm enjoying them on this run already. So nearly 3k in, moving well. Gonna keep the heart rate nicely in zone 2. Just get this one done. Put podcast on and switch off. Let's go. Alright, it is Friday and I'm back in the Adios Pro 4s and I'm out for a workout, and today we're out heading on the Thames Path. We're going to run a sandwich workout with a bit of progression. So we're going to run a block at marathon pace and then try and pick it up and run a block at tempo pace. Weapon of choice for tonight, Adios Pro 4. Since last week they've picked up a bit of a click, which you can probably hear. If you can't hear it now, you'll definitely be able to hear it once we get going. But yeah, I'm running the 5k warm up, then we're gonna run the sandwich, and then we're gonna have a 5k cool down. So let's get over to where we're gonna start the workout. Got gel with me, so I'm gonna get that down on the way, and then we'll roll straight into it. Let's go. All right, we're at 4.75k. I've just finished my gel. This is where we're starting the 3k at marathon pace. Here we go. 3k goal marathon pace. Let's see if we can relax into this one and get it done. Let's go. There we go, now we've got to try and increase the pace for the next 3k all the way back to where we started. It's going to be tough. Legs are feeling pretty tired. Let's see what we've got. Let's go. Well, there we are, workout done. Not quite the workout that I had planned. I couldn't really pick up the pace in that second 3k. I just didn't have it in the legs. But still, that was 6k at marathon pace, which, yeah, was really tough to hold. I think I averaged something like 420, 418 per k. So it's a long road back to get into anything close to sub 3 hour marathon shape, but I'm determined to get there this year. So I'm gonna keep working, keep stacking the mileage each week, keep getting the workouts in, hitting the right efforts, and hopefully sometime this year, either in Barcelona or a marathon later on in the year, we'll hit that elusive sub 3. But yeah, workout done for tonight. Now gonna run the 5k or so back home to cool down, and I'll see you tomorrow for another easy day. See you then. Alright, so it's Saturday and I'm out for an easy run, and the plan for today is to get about 20k of distance whilst putting the least amount of strain through the legs as possible, because I want to have a good long run tomorrow. But then I'm also chasing about 140k for the week. If I can run 20k today plus 32k tomorrow, 20 miler, then we'll be almost exactly 140k. So that's the target. I'm out now for run 1, so I'm probably going to split it into 2 runs to keep the load down, and I'm running along the Waterlink Way out and back, probably about 6k, maybe 6.5, and then we will worry about the run later when the time comes. So I'm gonna stick a podcast on, switch off mentally from the distance, just get this one going. Let's go. It's a few hours later, and as you can probably tell, it's pretty much pitch black. I'm about 5k into this run. I'm currently running across Blackheath, and yeah, there's not much light, so I'll keep this short, but yeah, the legs, just like last Saturday evening, the legs feel pretty good on this run. Something about the Evo SLs I'm running on a Saturday night, it's making the legs feel good, so yeah, really pleased to get this distance in. Another plus 20 kilometer day. Just got one run left after this one, the long run, and yeah, it's gonna be tough, but I'm looking forward to getting it done, getting this week complete. So I'm gonna finish this run up, get home, start the carb load for tomorrow's long run. So I'll see you then. All right, it is Sunday, and we made it out for the long run. The plan for today is very similar to last week. 20 miler, 32.2k, and we're gonna have 2 blocks at marathon pace, or marathon effort I should say. But this week, the blocks are gonna be slightly longer than last week. Last week we managed 2 by 5k. This week we're gonna go for 2 by 8k. So it'll be about 16k in total, around 10 miles. And yeah, again, we're working to effort, not to pace. Got my heart rate chest strap on, and I've set up the custom heart rate zone for that 8k block times 2. So I'm on a little 5k warm up now. I'm gonna get along the Thames path, and then we'll get into it. Let's go. Alright, 5k warm up done. Just getting the first gel down. Science and Sport with caffeine. So I'm going to run this block of marathon effort purely to RPE, perceived effort basically. Yeah, it's mainly because standing here now, I've already run about 115k, 110k before I started this run. So yeah, there's a lot of fatigue in the legs, a lot of fatigue in the body, and I don't want to run too fast, have the wrong type of training effect. So yeah, I'll keep the heart rate hopefully in the right zone, but I'll run mainly to perceived effort, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, gonna get this gel down and then we'll get started. All right, there we go. 5k warm up done. Caffeine gel consumed. Start this 8k marathon effort. Let's go. Well, there we go, 8k at marathon effort done, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty tough. I think it was probably a little bit too quick to be a true marathon effort. I think I was working a little bit too hard, so I'm gonna try and rein it in for the second 8k block, maybe run it a little bit easier. I'm now gonna run 6k easy, get the heart rate back down, and get a gel in, probably 2, and then we'll be back here in 6k time for the second 8k block. Alright, we've got about 150 meters left of this 6k easy. I've just had a second gel of this block, Science and Sport with caffeine. So hopefully that gives me the energy to get this 8k done, because yeah, I'm feeling pretty tired now and don't really fancy the next block, but 80 meters and we're off again. running it to effort, like I said. The last block was a little bit too quick, so I'm gonna try and rein it in a little bit and just try and bank the 8K at marathon effort. And then yeah, we'll just see what the paces are when we get home. But yeah, after this 8K, this week is nearly done, so that's what I'm telling myself to get it going. So yeah, here we go. 8K marathon effort. Let's see what we've got. Let's go. Well, there we are, second 8K block done. And yeah, that was a little bit more controlled than the first block, but when I got towards the end, the last 2K, I did give it a bit more of a squeeze, try and drop the pace a little bit and get the heart rate a little bit higher. 16K in total of marathon effort, roughly, and I've now got 27.3K on the watch, so 5K cool down and we are done for this week. So let's keep moving, get back home, because I'm starting to get hungry and I'm ready for some real food and not just gels. But yeah, really pleased with that. Let's get home and then we'll catch up at the end of the run. There we go, long run done. And yeah, really good week of training. That is over 140 kilometers for this week, so it's my second biggest week ever of running, and we're only in week 2 of the specific training for Barcelona. So yeah, though the workouts didn't quite go to plan this week, they weren't quite at the pace that I wanted, I'm still pleased. 140 plus K and almost exactly 20% was at effort, so really pleased with how this week has gone. And hopefully next week we can run a little bit further and put a few more Ks at effort in for the week. So yeah, really pleased with how this week's gone, second biggest week ever. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around all the way to the end of the video. Hit like if you've enjoyed, and if you want to follow along as we build all the way to Barcelona Marathon in the middle of March, then hit subscribe, and I'll see you next week in the next video. Bye bye.